Hello there, and welcome to this episode of our podcast, The Championspulse. And today we're going to be demystifying, a lot of concepts around sickle cell disorder. The myth that people living with this condition can't live long, productive, fulfilling lives. And that's been the center of conversation across the world. Once we hear this person has sickle cell disorder, we just become edgy. The person's going to die soon. And factually not so incorrect, because from the statistics that we have, people living with this condition in Nigeria have a life expectancy of 20. And today on this podcast, we're going to dive deep into the life of a person I call a miracle. And I'm actually honored to be in her presence. And I'm sure you'll be inspired, blessed by her story, her life. She's challenged odds, and she's surmounted obstacles, and she's proven that you can live long, productive, fruitful, have a family, have a beautiful life, have a blessed life. And let's just hear her out. So today on the podcast, it's my honor and privilege to introduce to the world Mommy Aina. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Mama. So, let's just dive deep and fast. Can you just tell me your story, your background, your family? Introduce yourself and let the world just know who you are.
Okay. I was born 71 years ago. Wow. May, actually.
Okay, Mommy, slow down.
I clocked 71.
Don't run past that. don't run past that. Say it again. You're 71 years old.
Yes, May 7th.
Wow.
Turned 71.
Wow.
We are 5 children. Then my father, my mom. So we are 7 altogether in the family. We have only one AA, and that's the only male child. All other ones, I think we have one AA, one AS, others are class.
Wow.
Of various degree.
Wow. Wow.
But it's like my younger sister was SS, I'm also SS. Our elder sister, we said SC or whatever they call it, there's another category of. So that is it. I have 3 children. They're all AS because I made sure I got married to AA. And that's right.
Okay, now we're just going to unbundle this various aspects of your life in bits and in pieces, so that people get, proper insight into who you really are. And we're going to talk about your professional life as well, because people out there living with sickle cell disorder, people feel generally that they cannot engage in productive venture, and she's also, overcome that obstacle. She did 28 years in the bank, and working as an operations staff, and traveling around the country, training people, in banking operations. So let's go back to your family. And tell us about, your experience growing up. How was it like, being in the family where you had, 5 siblings?
Yeah.
Living with sickle cell disorder. How did your mother manage?
One is AA.
AA.
The last born is AS.
Okay.
So we 3 girls were SS.
How did Mommy handle that?
Do you know the funny thing? Nobody knew I was a sickler. Nobody knew I was SS. So when my younger sister, when the sickle cell crisis comes, we'll be running up and down. It's me that was standing around. And the same thing, my sister. It was after I finished my school cert that I had my first sickle cell bone crisis. And I was taken to Dr. Awushika of blessed memory. And they wrote it. It said, sickle cell. You know how doctors query? I went for tests and they said, the sickle cell. But I told God, the Bible told me everything you created is beautiful. Mm. So if you have created me, why will people think I will not fulfill my destiny. So I told God, I said, me, Father, it's me and you. I'm going to do more than what any AA could do. And that was the focus. And that's how I've been living my life. When I was in the bank, I started with operations. Then I was taken to inspectorate department, we call it then. The only woman in inspectorate. I never told them I'm a sickler, because Nigerians, you'll be stigmatized. So but nobody knew I was a sickler in my office. I was doing my work. They put me to inspectorate, all men, the only woman in inspectorate. And I was keeping their pace, the men's pace. So we travel, come back, they bring reports. You're in inspectorate, they bring reports from all the branches in Nigeria. And I was the head of reporting unit. When they bring their reports, have to review it. No single mistake must be there. Then you pass it to the chief inspector, and then the management will take a decision on those reports.
Mommy, I want to just come in here. How did you manage, the burden of work? Because working in the bank is one thing, and then working in operations in the bank is another thing. So the workload, the demands, the pressure, the deadlines, and then you already had a family. I suppose, yeah. So you had a family. So how were you managing family life, your health, and then work obligations, and then still keeping the pace like you talked about? So how did you do that in practical terms? Can you just run us through your daily routine or things that you used to do?
Okay, my daily routine. I wake up at 5:30, and we have to prepare to get to bank. Bank resumes at 7:30. And I want to get there before 7:30 because I'm in operations. I want to hold latecomers. So I have to be there by 7:30. I take my drugs, I take my folic. In those days, it's folic acid you take.
Yeah.
And you take your Daraprim every Sunday. That's all. It was later. I was now studying what sickle cell is like. It was later I realized it's not only sickle cell and this Daraprim that we save also. Of course, I eat well. I was following the routine. I raised my children like a normal career person. My children, I don't know, they cooperated with me. They know when and I don't keep house helps. That's one thing.
No.
I don't keep house helps. Because they will stress you more than you doing the work yourself.
So you raise all three yourselves, and then I think you mentioned.
I will have in between.
You mentioned at the point you had 6 kids. When we were talking prior to this session, you said you had 6 kids.
We lost my younger sister at 35. So I just took the children because my brother is still abroad. My sister, she's still abroad. So I was the only one here. I had to, and I don't want to the sorrow was too much for my mom. So the best thing is I just carried them to my house. And that's how myself and my husband, we've been coping.
Without a maid?
Everybody has housework to do. The person that will wash toilet on Saturday, the person that will sweep the floor, that will dust. During the week, the younger ones will wash breakfast plates, bowl, cereal bowl. And then during the day, those ones that are the middle ones, the second borns of the 6 children, we wash the afternoon plates, and the big ones, we wash the dinner plate. The reason is you have more place to wash in the night. Dinner something, because my husband will be there, I will be there, all of us will eat. So that's how we managed. And
every day was properly planned?
Properly planned.
Every week was properly planned?
Yes, my children, they know that before they sleep, after the night bath, before they sleep, they must get ready, how they will wear their uniform the following day. The uniform will be the last thing on the wherever they hang it. We have a court that they no longer use, so we hang the uniform, the vest, then the pants. You know, after bath, after towel, they start with the pants, then the vest. And they know that you don't ask mommy for anything in the morning.
Why is that?
Because it will cause delay.
Okay.
You already know what to do. After you put on everything, you go, breakfast is already on the table. Usually bread and cereal is there, and tea. So after that, you begin to, by 6 a.m. I'm ready to go to work. Because I wake up before them, I get ready. So I prepare the breakfast. Wait for them, so they will be coming out from their rooms, straight to the dining, finish their, take your plate to the kitchen, then we kick off. It's a planned family life.
So introducing routine, and instilling that sense of responsibility early enough.
Yes.
Somewhat helped you to also manage the pressure of running back and forth and jumping up and down and pursuing the child here and there. Yeah. And it's really beautiful too. And you talked about your husband. You've been talking about your husband in bits and in pieces here and there. How did you meet? Tell me.
We met in school.
Okay.
We met in
What's
school.
What's his genotype?
He's AA. My husband is AA. I made sure I had other people talking to us, say you AS. Then we'll be breeding class. No, I have to marry AA. I don't know, maybe it's in the clinic, maybe it's Professor Akin, I don't know. I had it in my head that we have to marry AA. So I made sure, no matter how handsome you are, no matter how wealthy you are, if you are not AA, you are not for me. Like my mother will say, we want to end sickle cell in this family. I say, my mother only went through primary school, and they knew that sickle cell is not good. You cannot continue with it in the family. So maybe my mom, maybe I can. I just know that I will not marry anybody other than AA genotype. And there was a time I was sick. I was sick because I stressed myself reading for exams. So for like 1 week, I wasn't in school. My husband and the brother, they came to see me. They don't know anything about sickle cell in their family. They don't know. They now said, my mother-in-law said, he will take me to somebody that gives them herbal something. I told my husband, I'm not taking any herbal something. Nothing is wrong with me. I don't believe sickle cell is a disease. Maybe that is it.
Interesting.
Nothing is wrong with me.
I think that mindset has really worked for you.
I believe so. So I just said, I'm just a sickler. So what is it? I didn't believe until, even when I was having children, I just thought, if anybody could have their children naturally, why can't I? So, my first born, the main doctor wasn't there. So, all these private hospitals, they have their junior doctors there. And he said, Madam, you are bleeding. I said, okay, I've read all about medical thing about pregnancy, sickle cell. I said, you know what to do? I said, just press my navel. Just be pressing. I said, the blood will stop. He did it and the blood stopped. After the whole thing, he said, are you a medical somebody? I said, no. If you're a sickler, you must know how to manage yourself. You must read about sickle cell so that you know what to apply to yourself. I think that has helped me through. Just if I'm a sickler. And when I'm tired, there's nothing you tell me. I just say I'm tired.
So you're really honest with yourself.
Honest with myself.
You know your strength
My
threshold.
husband will say, you will not do this. I say I'm tired.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about your husband a little bit, because I think it takes a lot of stature, understanding, partnership, collaboration as a couple to go through this journey.
Yeah.
How has he helped you through this journey?
Well, he has helped me because he also partakes in the house chores.
Wow.
Like if I come home late, he will say, your food is there.
Oh.
He said, your food is on the table. He didn't know what to do to reduce my workload in the office, and so that it doesn't affect the family. So you say, your food is there. Because normally weekend I cook all my stews, vegetable, okra, stew, so I put them in the freezer. So all we need to be doing is to be cooking rice, or all of that things you need to eat with the stew. So when I come, I say, "Pẹ̀lẹ́ káàbọ̀." I didn't know whether it was sympathetic or was just say, all your what is it? How do I call it now? All your sins. I'll just be calling me off. But me, I didn't care. One thing I observed, if you're a sickler and you get angry, you get annoyed, to me, it affects my talking. I won't be able to talk well again. It's like my oxygen is not flowing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to fight. I say I can't fight. So I keep my cool. Even when I shout, I say I don't want any strife in this family. I'll just walk away. Because I know who I am. People should know who they are. And with my children supporting me, during long vac, I take part of my holiday. Do you know what I do? I teach the girls how to cook stew. I teach the boy how to cook stew. When the boys go to university, I teach them how to cook stew. Do boil rice, do this, do this. So we are the same. Whether you're a boy or you're a girl, we can do the same thing in the house.
This is a lot of wisdom, because I feel that the burden on people living with this condition and some of the complications that come along the way is because they carry more burden than they can bear. And early enough you were able to instill, and you're able to outsource responsibility here and there. Everybody in the family could carry their bit, and that just it lessened the burden on you as an individual.
I believe so.
Yeah. And can you tell us about a crisis experience and what that looked like for you? How I don't have sickle cell, and so I always feel honestly, I feel very inadequate when I talk about this condition. Can you tell us how a crisis,
sickle cell crisis, you will almost run mad. It's like a torture, because you don't even know who you are again. You'll be raising if it's leg, you'll be raising it up. You don't even know whether you're a woman or not. If it's your hand, my hand, hey, this, hey, you'll be shouting. And as at that time, nobody could help you. You are the one feeling the pain. If you are not a sickler, you don't know what it is to have bone crisis. Very painful. It will start. When they say Satan does his thing in subtle manner, bone crisis starts in a little way. You start to say, the sound is paining me. You go and take rope. Not that rope, there's another one. I don't think the man died.
Aboniki Brown.
Before Aboniki, but close to Aboniki. You rub it. When my mother hears the smell of a balm, he say, hey, what is happening? He knows. So just this hand. Have you taken this? Have you taken that? Okay. Go and rest. Eat. It will make them. My mother, we take Milo in our house any time of the day. You go and make your Milo. I don't know my mother has one faith in Milo, that when you take Milo and you eat liver, the blood will come and then the crisis will go. I do. He'll go and make Milo for you. You've taken your folic acid today. Yes. You'll be weeping. Sickle cell bone crisis is a terrible thing. I think that is why Professor Akinyoju, when doctors are on strike, Professor Akinyoju is not in his office. It's around the emergency area. No matter the strike, we attend to sick class.
Wow.
And no wonder Dr. Kuku of Eco Hospital too, because he was in, there was a time he was in College of Medicine. He told one doctor off, he said, have you taken the woman's blood so that we know the... He said, the woman was crying, he didn't allow me. He said, somebody is under mental torture. You don't know how to pamper her and pacify her to take the blood. He said, what do I work on? So yes, but the man should go away. He called another person.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that most doctors actually know how to manage persons living with sickle cell
Many doctors don't know how to manage. That's why during child rearing, once I get to the hospital, I say I'm a sickler. My blood group, because my blood group, I am B positive, so that in case I need blood, my blood is B positive, and I'm a sickler. I must not bleed too much. So I give them, that's my listen now.
Yeah.
So they know whom they are managing. And that's why some sicklers I know. I said, before doctors will go and test your blood to know your blood group, to know your blood group. Just give them that information.
Up front.
When I had my second child, that was in Finney Hospital, because then we were living in Iju. So immediately I entered the place. I said, my blood group is this. So this, I'll be talking as like a witch. My blood group is this. This. I don't take, in those days, they say if the class take aspirin, they will die. So I said, don't give me aspirin. Because I want to live.
Yeah.
And I don't want sickle cell to be an impediment.
So I think long life, this is from my perspective now, from what you said, long life and managing complications and crisis is, side by side with knowledge. Knowing enough. And then knowing enough for yourself, because I think it might vary, individuals vary, so their experiences can vary as well. So it's important that, anyone out there living with sickle cell disorder, both the person and the caregivers understand your ward or understand the individual living with this condition, because attending to them, it's just peculiar, and not one, you're not going to use one stroke across the board, and it's really incredible. How old are your kids? Because you're 71.
Yes, my firstborn is 40. Well, turned 40, so 43.
Your first child is 43 years old. 43. Guys, I don't know what to say. It's just mind blowing. Like, it's really mind blowing. This is a miracle, and this is thoughtful planning. This is strategy. This is great. This is endurance. This is willpower to live, and it's just amazing to see that what has killed millions of people in our country, and what seemed to be a medical condition that people could not, live long with. We have a living testament, a personified individual of victory. Yes, that's what I call this. It's triumph. It's triumph on so many levels, and I'm really grateful for your journey. I'm grateful for your process. I'm grateful for the life you've lived. It's really, really inspiring. You worked in the bank for 28 years.
28.
You've been a mother for a better part of your life. You've had 3 kids.
Without cesarean.
Wow, you pushed up. We should give you a national honor.
When you're a child of God, you are going to be discussing. God, I don't want, because what will they give them now? Anesthesia, whatever they call it. Sometimes they overgive. Then they say it's a sickler died of irony. Is that thing they gave that killed the person? So I told God, I don't want to. If I'm still telling God, I said, Father, I will not do any surgery till I return to you. Because surgery is another complications on its own, and they will now say sickle cell, it annoys me, sickle cell complications. Which complications, if you know how to manage them? When I go to hospital, maybe I go to visit a sickler who is in crisis. The first thing I check is, how is the drip going? Because if you are receiving the first 2 drips, it should be fast. It's to flush the dead cells out. Some doctors, they know. They will say, you should not be. I said, doctor, we have to flush the dead cells out. So more or less, because I was studying sickle cell book, I have clinical book on sickle cell. That the doctors, I will read it, I will read it. So if I have crisis, I said, can I have the drip? Can I have the drip? So at least the first one we flush it. Then they give you, what do they always put? They put vitamin B there. They give you painkiller. Before the pain will go down, at least the blood that have clotted there will be flushed out.
Mommy, talking about pain, I've been curious. And thank God, I want to use your experience now to really measure and actually have accurate information. On the scale of 1 to 10, can you, labor pain, I know it's something that is just out of this world. Sickle cell pain and labor pain, is there comparison? If you want to say which is worse, what's going to be assessment?
I think sickle cell pain is worse. The
No
reason
way.
is,
No way.
it's worse than labor. Labor,
You had 3 kids.
Labor, you are expecting
sickle cell pain is
something.
worse.
It's worse. You don't even know.
Wow.
You know, it will start like this.
Wow.
It will go down. The next thing,
Wow.
sickle cell affects the long bones. Labor is just here. It's just here. And you are expecting something. Sickle cell, what are you expecting? You are just in pain. You don't even know how it will end. It took a stage, Dr. Kuku said they should give me one drug like this. How they say, sir? She said, she's an educated person. She should not be rushing here with pain. When they start, sickle cell starts in the night. When it starts in the night, she can take the painkiller and come to the hospital. And I didn't even finish all she gave me until.
Mommy, you're an encyclopedia. This is not a conversation we can finish today. And I believe that we would have more platforms and opportunities to, tell your story, share your perspective, your journey with the rest of the world. And I think I want to speak from a very, not religious perspective, but I want to say God has kept you for a reason. And you are a testament of both his faithfulness, and because that's what you believe, and everyone out there, it's possible to live a long, fulfilling, productive life. And I think you don't need any other manual than her experience, her story. So final words, can you just, a word of hope, reassurance, to people living with this condition that have the fear of, I'll die any moment from now, and they're not applying themselves to life because they don't think it's worth it. And for caregivers as well, especially the mothers that give everything for our friends, brothers and sisters living with this condition as well. Please, can you just give final words of encouragement to them? Like
I always tell people, sickle cell is not a death sentence. The Bible says everything God created is beautiful. So if you're a sickler, you are beautiful. All you need to do is to understand yourself, understand what is sickle. Go and study what sickle cell is. Then apply yourself to wisdom. That is it. Thank you so much, Mommy. It's an honor to meet you. So I'm going to give you a fist bump. You're Gen Z, you're aging backwards, so I don't know. So we're going to do a fist bump to say thank you. So Mommy Chop Knuckle, you have tried. You fought a good fight. I fought a good fight. I love you so much. I honor you so much. I celebrate you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being with us today and for sharing your story. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, thank you.